Dr. Linnda Durré has been a nationally recognized psychotherapist, marriage and family counselor, and a corporate and business consultant for 25 years. A former nursery school and first grade teacher, she holds 3 elementary teaching credentials and has been an adjunct professor of psychology at Rollins College in Winter Park, Florida. In her busy private practice, she sees children, teens, families, and couples. She is a member of Mensa and has been a newspaper and magazine columnist, an expert witness, a sports performance coach, and a frequent media guest. She has appeared in news segments on CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, and NPR, and on hundreds of TV and radio shows, including Oprah, Sally Jesse Raphael, The Today Show, Donahue, The O'Reilly Factor, Good Morning America, and 60 Minutes.
You've probably heard about the Hollywood casting couch, where movie moguls select which actresses will get a chance to star, based not only on how well she performs on screen, but whether or not she performs off screen in the office. But there's another kind of couch that's known to many more women. And what goes on there during those 50-minute sessions is what this story is all about. On the basis of your research, do the women wind up better for this or worse?
Oh, much worse. Devastating results. These women are paying anywhere from $25 to $75 an hour to have their lives put back together for them. And they're getting seduced.
On the O'Reilly Factor, the most powerful name in news, Fox News Channel.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly. In the personal story segment tonight, almost everybody agrees the pedophilia priest scandal has been a complete disaster for the Catholic Church in America. And now there's more controversy. In Boston area Catholic schools, a program called Talking About Touching has been introduced in kindergarten through 4th grade. The goal of the program is to raise awareness among little kids to protect them against sexual predators, clerical or otherwise. But some Catholics are strongly opposed to this program. Joining us now from Boston is Father David Mullen, pastor at St. Brendan Parish in Bellingham, Massachusetts, and from Orlando, Florida, Dr. Linnda Durré, a psychotherapist who counsels kids and sex abuse victims. Doctor, I'm going to give you the last word here, but I think it is very important that you understand, Doctor, and all Americans, that, you know, you rob kids of a certain childhood by instilling a fear of sexuality in them.
I don't want this program or any program to be based on fear. It has to be based on love, caring, and education. Little children have to realize that there are people in their families. In fact, the majority of child molesters come from family members.
They're going to be scared when they hear that.
Enough,
Doctor, they're going to be scared when they hear that. And I know you're right.
But that's the facts, and those are the statistics. Also, little children should learn self-defense tactics. They should take self-defense courses. They should know how to bite and kick and scream and claw and yell for help, and they should have a close relationship with their parents.
Whatever happened to Mary
If anything
Poppins,
happens, they can tell their parents.
All right, now we have little Rambos running around, and all of a sudden the Wizard of Oz is out the window. I don't know. Doctor, I think you might be a little progressive for me, but we appreciate your point of view. Father, we appreciate yours.
My pleasure.
From ABC News, this is Good Morning America.
What do you tell the kids? Well, it's also that their schools have been disrupted. They've had no consistency. And that kind of stability in a school system, especially, as well as a family, is so crucial to their development.
Dr. Durré has reached millions of people as the co-producer and host of 3 live call-in talk shows. Let's talk with Dr. Linnda Durré in New York, the Dr. Linnda Durré Show in Orlando, and at Universal Studios, Ask the Family Therapist on America's Health Network.
Hi and welcome. You're watching America's Health Network, and you're watching Ask the Family Therapist. I'm Dr. Linnda Durré. I welcome any and all of your calls tonight about anything you'd like to talk about. Our number, 1-800-ON-HEALTH. Our topic for today is on relationships and how sex plays into good relationships. How you think, what you see, how you feel. That's what makes people have wonderful sexual relationships, built around caring, trust, safety, fidelity, and love. Battering is about control and power. And if you want to keep giving up your control and power, you will lose your self-esteem, you will lose your self-respect, and sooner or later you're going to lose your life if you don't watch it. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you need to get into
a domestic violence group, Sarah. You need to get into therapy. You need to get a therapist who will help you break this cycle. Because I don't want to get a call from you saying you've got a broken jaw and two black eyes and you're in the hospital. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm sure your kids don't want to see that you're in the coroner's office dead.
I don't. Thank you very much.
Sarah, I understand what you're going through. Take care of yourself. Protect yourself. A lot of children really have difficulty in dealing with adapting to a new school experience. I've been a nursery school teacher and a first grade teacher, and I know that first days are very, very difficult for kids. A lot of parents are afraid that they're going to bring their children to school too early, and they want to keep them at home. A lot of times, little ones really need that social experience, and they really want to get into preschool early. And I think it's important that parents interview different teachers in different preschools and feel comfortable and that the child feels comfortable. There are things called sexually transmitted diseases out there. You've got AIDS, you've got gonorrhea, you've got syphilis, you've got herpes. For you to keep having affairs like this, or even if it was just one affair, you are putting her life and your life in jeopardy.
But it only happened once.
I don't care whether it happened once. You know, it's like somebody saying, well, I only killed him once. The guy is still dead, and you could be dead by not having an AIDS test. So you get yourself to a health clinic, and you get tested, and you make sure she gets tested.
Today, we're going to get the latest information about postpartum depression with the help of Dr. Linnda Durré, who is a psychotherapist, who has a Ph.D. in psychology, does a lot of speaking around the country on television and on radio. Thank you very much for coming in. First of all, let's talk about this. What is actually going on in the mind of a new mother?
Well, first of all the attention that has been directed to her for 9 months is now shifted to the child.
Yes.
So that's a major transition. You have tremendous bodily changes. There are hormonal differences that have happened, tremendous physical drain of her body, psychological shifts, because now she has tremendous responsibility for a new life. And there are sleep disturbances, and everyone knows that sleep deprivation can make you very irritable.
For a lot of folks who've had a death in the family, they're missing loved ones at this time of year that they can't see. How would you encourage folks out there right now who might be in that position to get through the hump and to feel good about going into the new year?
I think depression certainly has to do with sadness and anger that's unresolved. If there's a loss, if there's a death in the family, or someone can't be with you, I think around dinner time it's important to remember them and hold hands and say a prayer, or in a family situation tell an anecdote about how much you love that person and how much they're missed. And if a client's father or mother dies, or there's a trauma, they can always call me. So I never shut the door on a client, and I don't think good therapists do that. But there comes a point where people do have to graduate from therapy. It's part of what therapy's about. Give a man a fish he eats for a day, teach him how to fish he eats for a lifetime. A good therapist teaches you how to fish.
What makes a good relationship? Being able to work and communicate?
I think you have to do two things. You have to pick the right person, and you have to communicate always, honestly, openly, cards on the table, no game playing.
Dr. Linnda Durré, psychotherapist, marriage and family counselor, magazine and newspaper columnist, motivational speaker, writer, author, and creator of Great Relationships Workshops, which utilizes all of the techniques and helpful information in her book.